Okay, so let me start my presentation. A couple of words about myself. As Juraj has mentioned, I'm located at the Budapest office and I'm working as a program and project management associate manager and an agile coach. And basically my experience is coming from the agile application development and continuous improvement projects from the past. This will be an exceptional presentation because there won't be any demo provided. However, I would like to give you a brief update about the project itself because it's aligned and fit perfectly to the message of the video that Yura has presented before. So the project called partnAIr, and as you can assume and suppose based on the AI, it is an application that's helping the life of people based on the AI technology. So what is this about and how it has started? The time is 2018, and I was flying with my family to Tallinn, Estonia. And at that time, my father was diagnosed with retinal distractment. So basically, he could see the world and perceive the world as you can see on the left picture. So only half of the world has been perceived by him at that time. And we were sitting at the airport, and I saw that how a frequent traveler is basically becoming a frustrated person because he was not able to navigate on himself. So I would like to play a short experiment with you and ask you to please close your eyes right now. Imagine yourself, you are at the airport, and please just listen to the presentation.
We ask all remaining passengers of Lufthansa Star Alliance flight LH254 to Milan Malpensa to proceed to gate A28. Thank you for your attention.
So if you feel yourself, you are at the airport, you are ready for boarding your airplane, but you don't know where to go, it can be a little bit frustrating, but this is the reality right now. So even if we have personal assistance at the airports provided, it's not available at the terminals. So currently on this slide, you can see that how many people were affected by visual impairment per GEOs in 2011, which was a couple of years ago, but there won't be any reports afterwards created. So as you can see that almost 300 million of people were affected by any visual impairment, and only 60 million only in India were affected by this problem. And how we would like to approach this situation, this problem, that basically we would like to utilize the AI, and also we would like to let the users, so basically the end users, the visually impaired travelers, to know what are the requirements and what are their personal experiences that we would like to build the application on. So what we were doing, basically we are planning to have an application and build an application that can help the travelers guide and navigate on themselves in the terminals, and they could have an emergency feature as well provided when they can call the assistance when they really need. But otherwise, it will be quite self-service, so it would give the opportunity for the users and the travelers to do the shopping, to go for some lunch, having some lunch, go to the toilets on themselves. And it would also give to the airports higher customer experience and satisfaction level, less human interaction in the COVID period, and also a much highly likely returning passengers. As you can see, it would be a combined model. So on the left-hand side, there is a personal assistance required at the check-in and, for instance, for the baggage drop. However, when the person is escorting the visually impaired traveler into the terminal, they are left alone. They are simply sitting on a seat 2 hours, 3 hours, which is not so comfortable and convenient. So we would like to use the application combined with the so-called tactical footpath, as you can see on the right-hand side, and combined with some beacons, so GPS localization in the terminals, to help the travelers to navigate themselves. So basically they could stand up and go to the restaurants, or even it can help to navigate the users to any of the shops. They can ask the application that if they want to eat a hamburger, then which is the direction that they need to go to. And then they can do with the help of the physical assistance, so the footpath, and also with the localization and the voice navigation from the application on themselves. Currently on the market, and based on the market analysis, there are two other applications that are similar and for a similar purpose. However, they are focusing on the US market right now. One is a San Diego-based company, the ERA, and the other one is IBM, who are piloting a similar application. but from another perspective. So they are working with smart glasses and even some other special toolkits like AI suitcase and all these fancy things. However, this application, the partner would work with one simple jack headphone that you could simply just connect to your smartphone, and via using the airport Wi-Fi, it would simply navigate you to that point where you would like to go. What would be the business model and the market strategy? So we are targeting the visually impaired travelers. We would like to provide this feature and this application to any airports, any bus stations, any railway stations, so any closed environments where the visually impaired travelers would need help. And this would, of course, generate a better quality of life for these people, and also a better reputation for the airport or for the bus station. And it can also increase the upskilling as well. From potential partner perspective, we already got in touch with some partner organizations. So as you can see, the Hungarian Federation of the Blind and Partially Sighted organization has already provided us feedback based on a field trip. So we went to a real field trip with some visually impaired travelers, and we tried to capture the requirements, how they would like to see the application and what features they would really highlight and they were really happy to use on an everyday basis. And this was a really useful field trip where we could capture all the demand, all the requirements, and we got confirmation that, yeah, this is something that the market needs and the users really need. What's the next step is still a question. As Ira has mentioned, there will be a global final of the innovation contest ongoing. And very likely these potential partnerships can be started and formalized. And then hopefully we can have the solution on the market soon. So if you're ready for your next flight with your partner, then I hope that this will be live and the reality soon. And in the meantime, I still have some big hopes that we can help, we can make the better of this society better. So we can make the life of the visually impaired travelers better. So thank you very much for your attention, and please feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Thank you.